Alright, so today I want to do some lighting. It's about 1,000,000 degrees in here, but oh well. Kind of want to just play on what we got. This is going to be just a super raw video, kind of show the process of what we do, what I do. The scene, I kind of want to play off of these fluorescent lights that I got right here. I don't really know how I'm going to approach it, but we're going to make it look really good. And the goal today is not to use a ton of lights. I want to use probably 2 to 3 lights. I have my F22C, I have my Nanlite 720B, it's a bi-colored light, and then I have some tubes. So I kind of want to see what we can do with that. These right now are throwing way too much light, so I'm probably going to somehow clamp the F22C overhead. We'll start with that, see where that goes, and we'll work from there. F22C. For those who don't know, this is a 200 watt light. It is a light matte, meaning it is just a matte. 200 watts, full RGB, fantastic light, one of my favorite lights. Super versatile. I don't really know how much it weighs, probably 3 pounds. But yeah, so I'm thinking we're gonna go overhead, mimic these fluorescents so we can turn them off and just get light over me. I'm thinking that's gonna be the move. Also gotta find a way to plug it in, because this guy has box. This is our ballast system, control box, battery. This camera off V-mount, which might be a move. Nah, let's plug it in. I don't have enough V-mounts to do that, unfortunately, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna put this out in case we want it. Power cord. Sick. So let me set this up. All right. Getting this is going to be the hard part up there. So I'm going to go for an A clamp. So realistically, I want to go like right here. I don't know if that's going to work though. What I could do. Let me try this. I'm going to grab these little metal cords. Not metal cords. Wire. Little metal wires off of these lights. So the reason I'm not using these to put up here is because they're going to have the same effect as these fluorescents. They're just going to throw light everywhere. And that's not what I want. I'll show you guys the difference in a second. When in doubt, these things are super handy, super amazing to use. All right, so I'm thinking I'm gonna go something like this. I'm gonna go diagonal with it so it hangs straight. Now in a perfect world, I would want it to hang probably like that, right in front of me coming down. But I don't have the tools to do that. So we're gonna make do with this. It's still gonna look fine. But that's just something super nitpicky that I would do. So we'll see how this looks. Oh, no. That's not gonna work at all. Problem number 1, don't have big enough A-clamps to get it directly over me. So we need to brainstorm something. I want it to hang like this. So I think we're going to clamp that cord like this up there. So now it hangs straight. And then we're going to run this cord over this guy and out of frame. My shirt's getting extremely dirty. Nice. So I don't love where it's at right now, but that's our only option. Unless we move it up one. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's too far over. We could just slide the entire table over, but I don't really want to do that, so I think we're gonna bring the table forward. Let's push this forward and then throw the light right there in the middle. Let's do that. There we go. So now this way, lights directly overhead. We can adjust as we need. And then we just need to get this clamped up so it hangs upright. All right, beautiful. So now we'll find a way to plug this in off camera. And there we go. There's lights. So I'm going to worry about this cord later. Let's just get our levels right. So I'll turn off these lights and see what we got. Let me turn on my phone so we can check monitor and see what we are working with. All right, so right now it's too dark, obviously. And I'm probably going to throw that grid on. So let's bring these levels up. So as you can see, instantly already better. Now it is super top lighty. It does look good. I think I'm gonna move back just a little bit. I do like how this is looking though. So I think we're gonna reframe too. So let's push this back. I do like how that is looking more. Kind of hot in the face. I'm gonna throw the grid on. I don't like how much it's throwing everywhere. So let's throw that grid on. As you can see, that significantly cut our light source down. But now it's really dark. So where do we go from here? So we gotta start building out our scene. This is gonna act as our key hair light. I do have some lights back there that I wanna throw on. And then we'll see what we got from that. Yeah, I dig that. I'm really liking this. So with the F22C, we can change the temperature of our light. I'm gonna bring this guy over here so we can mess with it. So this is off, on, off, on. It's at 50%. We're at 5,000 Kelvin right now. This is 2,500 Kelvin. Don't think I want to go for an orange vibe. I think I dig the bluish vibe. It's green tint, purple tint. Let's bring it all the way. Blue, not a fan. I think 5,000 looked really good. Bring it to 100. It's 100%. Not terrible. We're at 36,000 right now in camera. And I'm really digging this blue and orange vibe that we got going on right now. I'm gonna see what my aperture is at. This is all the way open. That's where we were at. So let's bring this all the way to T2.9. I think T2.9 is the move. Let's bring it down a little bit. Kind of dig that. That was at 66. Let's go to 75. Let's bring it up to 85. All right, I think I'm gonna keep it at 85. Let's reframe camera, bring it in a little closer, and then we'll go from there. This is a really good base. I'm thinking we'll go right there at that window. Punch the 720 through there. Hit this back wall. Maybe edge me out a little bit. We'll see what that looks like, and we'll come back to this. 720B's outside. Let's turn that on right now. See where we're at. All right. So I don't love that. This is bare bones 720. Now this is definitely way overkill because we're doing it at night. You don't need 700 watts. But it's what I have right now at my disposal, so we're gonna use it. I'm probably gonna put the Fresnel on, and I don't know where we're gonna hit it. I do want to hit this back wall. Probably try to create some like a moonlight effect, and we'll just see what we can get. So there's the Fresnel. Kind of see what it's doing right now. It's all the way off. It's at 100%. Now I don't want it to hit any of the table. Just the background, just a little bit. So I think I'm gonna, let's adjust it, put it a little higher, a little bit more back outside. Still kind of hitting that. There we go. So now we're not hitting any of me. Just hitting that background. Just ever so slightly. Can open it up a little bit. Yep, we're still not hitting me. Ever so slightly hitting me, but that's okay. I think right there is going to be fine. And let's warm this up to kind of match those lights. Yeah, I dig something like that. I think that looks pretty good. We can go even probably a little warmer. Let's go like right there. It's all the way off, on. So as you can see, now we are hitting the table and the chair. We don't want that. Let's go a little higher on this guy. Thinking. Alright, so this is where we're at right now. Don't really know if I'm digging this look at all. Doesn't feel right. Not bad, but could be better. So I kind of want to have this act as a light coming from outside. I know you can't see the window right now, but I really dig that look right there. See how it's ever so slowly just hitting my face? Just kind of filling me in. I like that, because then at the end we're gonna get a few shots, and I think we're gonna I want to show that window being lit up. But this way right here, I still feel nicely lit. I'm starting to really like that. So here's the key light off. That's what that light is doing. Probably gonna move it, turn it up just a little bit. And there you go. Probably want to come down on it just a little bit. Let's try to turn our key light down just a hair. Don't like the shadow that it's throwing on this. I'm going to try to get this shadow off of here. I might adjust the light, maybe bring it over more so it hits more past passes, because right now it's hitting me, directly hitting that. But I do like this look right here. This is solid. This is coming together. So now, after we get this done, we need to figure out how we're going to fill this space behind me in. All right, we moved it ever so slightly. That's what it's doing. Hitting more of the table than me. Shadow's not as bad. I think the shadow's just going to be... It's just going to have to be. Unless we can try to get it off. But I think the only solution to that is moving the table up forward, which would then have to mean we have to move the light forward up top also. All right. That's super hot. Directly on me. Let's turn that down. We're at 8%. That's 0. Let's go to 2. That's looking better. That's doing that. Let's bring it up to 5. See what that looks like. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Overhead. Not bad. Bring this down. Bring it back up. I like that. That's pretty good. I like the shadow being created on my face. Bring that out just a little bit. If I lean back, it's going to go away. Lean forward. We get it. Not bad at all. So now all we got to do is work on this back wall right here. Let's start with the tubes. See what we can do with that. Also, I'm going to put up some curtains on this window, maybe to just soften the light a little bit and diffuse it. We'll just cover them on the ends. All right. We're going to use these. Got these at Target for like $5. Super handy. Really nice tool to have in your kit. So I think we'll just do something like this. Honestly, not worried about making them look super clean for right now. Just want to see what it's going to do. Is it doing anything? I don't know. Let me see. Let's actually put the curtain over the whole thing and see what that does. That might give us just a little bit of diffusion that I'm looking for. Or it might be not what I'm looking for. Let's try this right here. Let's bring this up to 10%. Let's see what we got. I think I really like that more. It's subtle. It's not super harsh. Just gives a little bit more punch. Let's bring it up to 15. I like that. It's a little too bright. Let's bring it down to like 12, and I think we should be good. There's 12 right there. Okay. I dig that. So that's what we got right now. Definitely diffused it. Split lighting. I like it. Very moody. And here's our overhead. So at this point, you can kind of just play around with the lights and just see what you like. Now, this can be adjusted all day. This is a fine point where we're at. Again, that is our light coming from outside. Here's our overhead, and then we have the string lights. So let's work on this. I don't want to do too much with this. I would like to put another practical in frame. A lamp would look really good right there. I don't think it's going to happen though, because I don't know if I have a lamp. So if not, we're just going to work with what we have. So, would love to put them right behind here. That would look really good. How do we get that up there? Don't know if that's possible. Which is going to be unfortunate. What if we go down below? I think that's going to give us exactly what we need. That looks really good, I think. So I think if we put two lights side by side, that's going to be super, super solid. And it's going to give us that look that it's coming from these string lights right here. Not bad, but doesn't look super realistic. Let's turn them down a little bit and see what we can come up with. Definitely looking better. I don't hate that. Now, it's not exactly where I want them to be, but it's better than nothing. It's not a bad setup. Obviously, we're just working with what I have. I don't have $1 million budget to do whatever I want and a whole grip team. So this is what we came up with. If I had a bigger budget, obviously, those would be hung up there in some manner. That light would be way farther back, diffused better, and the light up here, again, would be lower, would be better. But for this, I actually dig this. This is not terrible. So I think I'll just mess around with these lights, probably throw them in a different few spots, see what that looks like. And honestly, I'll get this out of the way, and we'll just get a few shots. And that'll be it. Alright, so we'll do a quick before and after. So I'll turn off all these lights, turn just the fluorescence on again, and then we'll flip back on to the setup that we have now, so you can see the before and after. So here's our before, just the fluorescence on. And then here's our after. Alright, so I know this doesn't look super realistic. These two tube lights being from the bottom, throwing up when these are up here coming down. But for this test, we're just going to roll with it. I don't hate how it looks. I think it looks pretty decent, actually. Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it looks pretty good for what it is. I like how the fan is still kind of blue, the background's orange, and I'm pretty neutral. This is a solid look. And that'll be a wrap.